Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Reborn. In case you're new here, kindly consider subscribing to this channel. And for the returning subscribers, thank you so much for always coming back and appreciating my content. So today I want to do a book that is Shreds of Tenderness by Ruganda. And this book, I analyzed it previously. You can go and watch the video here. And so today I want to do a specific topic in this book. Kindly sit back, relax, and enjoy. Impacts of dictatorship in Shreds of Tenderness. How dictatorship affected lives of people and brought about so many things in this book. So to begin with, we're going to look at the meaning of dictatorship. And dictatorship, we can say that is a government practicing autocratic rule on people or a specific group of people, or rather we can also say that it's to control, to command something, and we can understand the meaning of dictatorship. And so we want to look at the impacts of dictatorship in Shreds of Tenderness. First of all, we can talk about insecurity. There was insecurity in Shreds of Tenderness as a result of dictatorship. The new government that was now there, that took over, they dictated lives of people through this insecurity. Because we could see that Odi's father is shot. That is insecurity, just shooting someone. It was as a result of dictatorship. And again, we can also see that Odi wants to take the father's body to give it a decent burial, but that one is not allowed. He's even arrested as a result of that. Again, we can see that in this book, work flees because of fear and insecurity. For work to come out of the hiding place and to go to the refugee country of refuge, that was as a result of this dictatorship and the fear and insecurity that was instilled in him. So we can also see that in this book. And again, we can also talk about poverty and rundown on economy. We can see when work comes back and meets Odi and Stella, Odi is reluctant and doesn't want to share a meal with work. This is because there was scarcity. They didn't have water, there was no food. And we can also see Odi talking about this issue of food and scarcity with Stella at the beginning of the at the time when work came back, as you could hear that if you eat in this house, you have to provide for it. You can't eat what you've not bought. So that means that there was that scarcity. So food wasn't there. That is as a result of the dictatorship that it came with. Again, we can talk of lack of freedom of movement. And this lack of freedom of movement is seen even when work is now someone who is being chased by the policemen and the government, just because he spoke about the topic that the government thought that this topic is about us teaching students, university students, about a certain topic. So it means that there was no freedom, not even of speech or expression in this country. There is introduction of curfew. You can't move out past a specific period of time. So there was curfew as a result of this insecurity, freedom of movement. And we can also see the schooling was interrupted. You can imagine work is being taken away. Taking work away, work was the teacher, giving lecture at the university, talking to university students. And now work is now living in fear and runs away for his dear neck. And because of that, the schooling was now interrupted during this time. This is all as a result of dictatorship and the new government that came in. Again, we can talk of sexual harassment. We can see, let me read this name, Dr. Ruganda Letiganska. Dr. Ruganda Stakali Letiganska is harassed by the officers. That is evident in the book when the officer was talking to her and trying to get into her pants. You can see that in the book. This is as a result of dictatorship. The new government imposed new rules on people, and there was just a lot of mess everywhere. And even the male refugees were abused. You can imagine that. Again, let's talk about discrimination. There was also discrimination in this land, as the Muslim refugees were not allowed in Christian refugee centers. This was discrimination. And then in these camps, they could not go there, they were not allowed there. And then we can also see the refugees facing rejection. This is evident in the life of work. If you can hear whatever work says, even though work flee away and ran, he did not fight physically during this period that they claim they fought, or he claims he fought. But during this period, work runs away. Going to that land, he's not even accepted. Even after running from the homeland into a country of refuge, there is no acceptance there. There's still discrimination in that country. They don't even have jobs. They don't have enough food to eat. There's no water, and they go through a lot of things during that time in that country of refuge. Again, we can talk about corruption and grabbing of state resources. We can see Katalikawe. I explained this in the previous video. Katalikawe is one of someone that work was close to, and they knew each other. Work goes to refugee country of refuge, comes back and finds that Katalikawe, just a school dropout, is now owning a lot of properties now in this homeland. And coming back, we can see that this dropout is now owning a tourist hotel. So how was this even possible for someone to just do this? This was earned through grabbing. There was a lot of grabbing that took place. And this Katalikawe, even though dropped out of school, they were the people that were up there in the government, and they could just grab a lot of things. We can also see the same in the life of Odi. Odi even grabs the family estate. He grabs it, and is even fierce that if work is going to come back and find this thing happening, then it's not going to be okay. That is why he even fakes the death of the brother and all that happening, the radio announcing about the death of the brother and all that. This is as a result of the dictatorship that was in the land. People living according to what they only desire, and at the expense of other people. So there are a lot of points in this book. I just picked a few of them to talk about them, and I can just read through them. There was insecurity, there was poverty, there was lack of freedom of movement, there's sexual harassment, there's discrimination, there's corruption. At least if you have these points for an essay, it will be better, and you explain them using the examples just from the book, just as I've done it. A lot happens, and these are the impacts of dictatorship in this book, as I've analyzed them. So thank you so much for staying until the end of the video. Thank you so much for always coming back and even liking my videos, commenting on them. Kindly let me know another topic that you want me to talk about from any book that I've analyzed, or any book that of your choice. I can go ahead and analyze the same in my next video. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for always coming back. Thank you so much for subscribing. We are subscribing. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and we are getting there soon. So keep it there until the next video. Bye.